Yo, how's it going, guys? Mike giving you a shout. I hope you're doing fantastic. So, I wanted to leave with you a narrative today that I came across not only this morning, but a few times in the last few months. And I wanted to lay this narrative out to you because I feel that the psychological significance is important, is apropos for a broad brush of people. So, here we go. So, I recently bought, let's just say, for lack of a better term, my dream car, right? A few months back, this absolutely stunning Corvette that I absolutely appreciate, right? The reason I bring that up is because I still ride my bike to my gym that, as of right now, is around a mile and a half away from me, right? Why do I say these two things? I'm gonna bring it together soon, don't worry. The reason that I bring these two things up is because I've come across people in the gym that will literally tell me, hey, aren't you that guy that drives that Corvette? I'm like, well, which Corvette are you talking about? Oh, the one that has that blue and stuff like that? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you, I hardly see you driving it anymore, man. What happened? Do you still have it? I'm like, yeah, I still have it. It's currently at the crib, right? And I was like, dude, man, if I had that thing, I would be riding it every single day. I'd be driving it every single day, right? And, in my mind, I'm just like, hey, look, fair enough. However, the reason why I don't want to drive my car to the gym is a couple reasons. A couple of very important reasons. One, is because I get a solid warm-up riding my bike to the gym. If you're there to get after it, I feel like it's better to go to the gym warm than it is to go to the gym cold. And two, and most importantly for me psychologically, is that I feel that if I drove my car to the gym knowing that it's only a mile away and knowing that I have a bike that works fine, that works well, that can accomplish the same thing for me, I feel that having those two options laid out in front of me, if I chose the path of least resistance, in this case driving my car, I would feel a bit soft. Why do I say that? Why would I feel soft driving my car to show up to the gym? Well, the reason that that's the case is that I didn't buy the car just to show off, let's say, or to flex. I bought it maybe partly because, it's a sexy car, but mostly because I wanted it. But most importantly, it's not just because of the aspect of me valuing getting a warm-up at the gym. It's me valuing not losing the processes that I've built up to get me to a certain place. I try to operate my life where I am much more process oriented than I am goal oriented. Like, say for example, I reached my goal of getting that car. If I were to kind of let my feet off the gas mentally, let's say, and move away from the processes that got me to where I am, that's when I would start to see a decline in my life. Let me give you an example. There's been a lot of times that I've noticed in the last year, have been, like, say, personal friends of mine who get ready for a wedding, and they get into this incredible shape, relatively speaking, to where their normal baseline is. And then the wedding ceremony commences and they look phenomenal. Now, after the fact, within the next few months, you start to see right before your eyes, their bodies take a decline. Why is that? Well, there could be a multitude of reasons, but the main reason that that's the case is because most of those people operated from a goal-oriented perspective. Once I hit that right there, once I reach this goal, once I attain this weight, then I'll be happy. And there's a huge state of, right? Like they let their they're able to take a relaxation, which is great. But since they've achieved that goal, since they checked that box, the same processes that they've operated on to get them to that goal, they no longer focus on those same processes because they reached that goal. And if they don't focus on those same processes that help them reach that goal, they see that decline, right? I've seen that in my business. Once I've hit a certain threshold in business, there are certain times where I wouldn't work as hard because I don't have that constant scarcity. If I don't crush it in this business, or if I don't make these ads work, my business will be in decline. So I don't say that just to say that I'm an infallible being in this sense. I find it in areas of my life as well. However, when I find it, I try to actively combat that as much as possible because I know that being process oriented, meaning continuing on with the activities that help you get to your goal long after the goal is accomplished, long term has the greatest benefit for you. It's very important to have a goal for yourself. However, you gotta maintain that the process will sustain you much longer than the goal will, right? So that's why I ride my bike to work, because I ride my bike to work out because I don't want to lose those types of processes that have helped me gain a certain amount of success physically, mentally, spiritually, financially in my life. I always try to maintain a process-oriented mindset because it is in that process that you find the most fulfillment over time. You'll find a big spike of fulfillment once you hit your goal, but after you hit your goal, then that's said and done. How many of us are just as excited today about graduating from college 5, 10, 15 years ago, right? Not many of us, right? Because we've hit that goal, we've hit that milestone, and now we're back to our day-to-days, right? So I hope this helps. This has certainly been a longer video than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be about a couple minutes long. But I hope this brings some value to you and is a reminder, not only to you, but to me especially, to all of us, that being goal-oriented has its place. However, being process-oriented long-term will foster, will multiply the success that we may have in our lives long-term. Done.